Hey, what up? You know the face, you know the name, you know the voice. What's on Mr. Thanksgiving, DJ Drama. You know you're gonna get it right back, man, on iTunes as we speak. You're tuned in right now. You're watching HotNewHipHop.com. Pay attention. DJ Drama. Quality street music was a phrase that I coined on a Jeezy mixtape back in 05. You know, and it's something that's kind of something that I've felt that my brand, Gangsta Grillz, has been a part of for, 10 years strong. My last album, Quality Street Music, was my 4th album. It was my best body of work, and I'm kind of just wanting to continue in the same frame that, with that vision accomplished, and, make some real interesting collabos and, just give it a unique sound of representation of what quality street music is. It won't really be different, it'll just be better. I don't want to necessarily say different, because I think the last one was a great album. So, I just want to build upon that. The blessing about an album like mine is that, different is with who's on it, and, the collaborations and the different various artists that I haven't worked with before, or putting people together. Beat tapes get sent out in various forms of fashion, and, Tory Lanez is actually, a friend of mine and somebody I work with, who I have a lot of respect for, as well as Teyana Taylor. So, I wasn't really sure. I don't know the backstories on it. I just know that, the record was in my hands, and, if you ask the producers, they kind of, the record was always meant to be for Right Back. So they did some dope freestyles though. Me, myself, I'm a fan of the culture, so, I was a fan of GAMBINO's, I think, before we met. And vice versa, on his side too. So, when he came to me about the project, I was excited. And, he's somebody that grew up in Atlanta and was born in Stone Mountain. And, so he told me, like, it'd been a dream of mine to do a Gangsta Grillz. So I always like to do projects like that, because, a lot of what my brand has stand for has been, when you think about it, you think more of, you might think of Meek or 2 Chainz or Fab or, Jeezy or Tip. But I've also done projects from Gambino to Dead Prez to Jean Grey to, Pharrell and Little Brother. And, so anytime I get the opportunity to showcase my range, it's fun for me. And, a project like that, I mean, clearly his tape is not just one of mine, but one of the biggest tapes of the year. When it comes to the mixtape, I take every project as is and just kind of find my place and my space in it. For instance, when I did a Currency tape with Verde Terrace, it was an opportunity for me to showcase how I could host a mixtape without necessarily screaming, and, it's more of a laid back type of project. So it was, I took on a different role, or Gambino, had his was somewhat of a dream sequence. So, it's kind of like almost playing characters. When I do a Jeezy tape, I'm approaching it somewhat different than when I may do a R&B tape with Chris Brown or something like that. And a lot of times people either love me or they hate me, and they, I'll say stuff that relates to what we're, the project that we're on. Clearly on Dream Chasers, I state a lot of dream facts, you know what I mean? So I just kind of try to play my part in the project, but, I guess you could compare it to maybe like being a chef. So sometimes you have to, people are hungry and they want full course meals, and sometimes you just give them hors d'oeuvres and appetizers.
Skydiving is crazy. I went skydiving for my girl's birthday, so, that's like something that I think I could do regularly. I think it was pretty cool.
First off, you just gotta stay positive and stay strong and just watch your back in front of anything, because Chicago kind of wild. Go down.
I'm gonna show you the shoe. Give me your initial opinion. Ew.
Ew, what is those? Is that for real?
That is.
That's horrible.